Alright, let's go ahead and get started here. Day 2 of the patch with the hotfix. So I'm guessing there was more quests that we should have had for at least, what's it called? The new map that we haven't had yet. Because I think the hotfix was just mainly that, adding quests in, or making them visible. So let's see what quests we got. Mandatory go over to Gunhead. Alright. Yep, they are drone hives. Okay. That's sick. That makes sense. Like, our theories were correct. Those little things in the sky, those floating effigies, are drone hives, which is terrifying. Okay. The derailed trains. We need to find a jammer at the derailed train. Okay. What else we got? Might need to clear out the logs a few times. Look for anything new. Might as well take this, because we're going to swamp anyway. Are there any more? I feel like they definitely added more than one. Data waves. That sounds like a cool mission. I was wondering if there's a reason to go up there. This is a reason to go up there? Okay. Alright, cool. I'm glad to see that, like, the map actually had quests, we just didn't find them yet. Alright, and I'm pretty sure we're still very much short on cigarettes. We talked to, Lordos? Yeah, Lordos. We grab a few of these. How many cigs we got? We have, yeah, we need 8 more. Weapon-wise. Kinda lean toward the RPK. I'm hoping I have ammo for it. No wildflower. That's something we noticed last stream too. I'll probably be doing a video tonight that'll be posted tomorrow morning about the patch notes plus that. It's very much noticeable if you played the game a lot before. The aggro feels a lot different, but like, it feels inconsistent different is the main issue, I would say. It's inconsistent. It feels like half the time it's using the old logic and then half the time it's using the new logic, and it feels very weird. That's the wrong gun. Oh, yeah, we should bring the RPK in. RPK. But no, I've noticed the same thing. The aggro seems to be much more aggressive now in some instances, and then sometimes it behaves like the way it was before. It's very hard to know exactly what's going on. Alright, that's plenty of ammo. Regions, swamp. So we need to go to the injection well. We have to get a fob or something near the railroad tracks. And what was the last quest? Just extract? Yeah. We need to, and plant it near, I think, one of the hives it was saying. So we need to figure out which hive it wants us to do it at. Okay. Probably the big one. There's a giant one. Alright, we have our ammo, we have our things, yeah. So, Gunhead 2, we were experimenting yesterday. Gunhead seems to also just make ambient noise. I know when he's crouching it's 12 meters. I'm curious we probably should go over to, Ashen Mesa, to that spawn Desolated Streets, because we can actually get a very clear indication of how far away we can be until they start hearing us. So when we're crouching, it's 12 meters. Like, they don't need to be seeing us, they can just hear us at 12 meters. I wonder if walking or sprinting is much louder or, you know, farther range. Oh, is it actually marking the quest objective for us too? For data waves? Or not data waves, with clear skies? Maybe. That's actually kind of nice. I kind of honestly would prefer more things in game though eventually. Like maybe instead of like an overlay like that, like maybe like a PDA we can bring up. But yeah. Or something like that, I don't know. I just want more immersion, to be honest. I'm an immersion fiend. All right, so it said at the crash train over here there should be explosives for us, right? Or require a jammer. Okay, that makes sense because we're jamming the drones. I wonder if it's gonna be inside the train pod here. Where are you? There's a jammer, okay. And it's a large slot, okay. Currently a work in progress model, I guess, because this is a Europa sensor tech. So can we do it on here? Where do we do this at? I know in the trailer they were showing us ways to like open up these pods, or at least a few of these pods, I think. Oh yeah, this is gonna be this one right here. Yeah, as you can see, like, they heard us already around the corner. You go right here? Yeah. So, 4. Hey, Star Fury. Merry Forever Winter Christmas. Ooh, cigarettes, we need those. I can't wait for sound effects too. It'd be really cool. Like stuff like this is how you get like interesting, like tense situations. Let me in. There we go, mantled. Ooh, another jammer. That's cool. Medical supplies. But yeah, more ways to make loot high risk, or like different areas to make loot like some high risk, like some low risk, so on and so forth. And I love stuff like this too. It gives you kind of the feeling, just like we were talking about a while ago, like scrapping mechs with like a welder or like a scrap machine. It would be really cool to see more stuff like that where you go in a raid and actually do tasks and work. Yeah, right. Or like rather, for example, if you like put a drill on something, it tracks things in a large radius too. Or perhaps you can even have like very high valuable containers that if you try to drill into, it might even call reinforcements from like, you know, it might cause a chopper to come in. Like between this and the doors on like Enclave, or not Enclave, Mausoleum, it's really nice. Okay, so we have a jammer. We need to go back over to the effigy. I guess they're called hives, though. Start calling them hives. It's weird, though. It's like half hive, half effigy, it looks like. It's like almost like if they were programmed to make their hives in the size form of an effigy. I imagine we're burning that big one right there, but I guess we'll find out. It's telling me to go over here, though. Guess we'll see what that is. Yeah, just, yeah, more high risk, high reward loot, or just like a variation, right? I guess it's that one, the one's already burning. I kind of want to do it on that one, though. That one seems way more important, but it might hit all of them, though. I also decided in this map that, like, the protocol is just to kill drones as you see them, like, immediately. Don't even give them the chance of, like, murdering you. Oh, it's this one over here. Okay, not this one. It definitely seems like you should just be killing drones as soon as you see them on this map. They just They never don't eventually shoot you. Yeah. All right, jammer's right here. Oh, so this is this like a relay actually like summoning the I guess they are circled around it, right? Ow, ow, ow. Oh my god, it blew them up. I'm so happy. The jammer blew up the drones. They self-destruct. It's me doing the damage too. Okay. Oh yeah, drone hives confirmed. And like this jammer's actually hurting them too. That's cool. I do hope they turn it off from me doing the one, being the one doing damage. Because I'm not. It is, don't get me wrong, it's really cool. So a few things. I would love an effect for it, like, I don't know, something. Like, maybe for Gunhead too. That'd be a cool thing if, like, Gunhead could hear, like, the data stream. Almost like an audible data stream, and, like, the jamming noise. And it might make it untenable to gun. Like, it might make it, like, a screeching jamming sound for Gunhead. Naturally, like, he'd be fine, because that would be really bad. But at the same time, I was like, oh shit, I just activated a jammer. And the drones are, like, blowing up around me. Oh, there's a lot of these pods actually here. I should bring a lot more of these little tools. Oh no, the damage sound effect is definitely annoying though. It seems that like it has stopped. So I am content. Now we need to go up to the data control center, which I definitely feel like we're gonna have to defend. Hold on. Okay, I can't use cigarettes as Gunhead. Gunhead cannot smoke. Or drones. Ow. All right, a little bit too deep. Let's use the bridge. I do hope they add a lot more parkour elements into this map. There's so many cool platforms around that you just can't get to, and it would be really like awesome and immersive. Like, I don't think we can get on top of there, for example, but it'd be cool of having these different elevated paths to get around the map. Good call. I could also see Gunhead too, like, fake smoking a cigarette as a way of like, hello, fellow humans. He lights a cigarette and puts it near his gun. Alright. Up we go. We could use the elevator, but there's guys over there I don't want to fight. Yeah, fires the gun to light it. Yeah, exactly, Frog. So I have noticed too, I wonder... Okay, I have a theory. I now have a working theory. So we have a pretty large... So it's two different theories. Like, so if the walking or sprinting audible sound, like the aggro sound indicator for Gunhead's pretty far away. Like say for example, when we're crouching, they can hear us 12 meters away. If we're walking, if they can hear us 24 meters away, what could be happening is either A, they just, you know, aggro above us too, which makes it hard to understand if they aggro to us, right? Because if we're down below 24 meters up, could be all the way up here. I wonder too if it's actually programmed to include height. Is it like, is it a circle or is it a sphere kind of thing, right? It is probably a sphere, I imagine, because I imagine it would default to that, but like the height might be playing a different, especially a big issue, and realizing that, oh, I'm aggroed, especially in areas like this. I wonder if it should be an oval and make the height difference a little bit less. So like maybe if it's like a 24 meter radius at the 12 meter height, to not be as like punishing height wise, because it makes things feel weird. Yeah, it could be. Oh, it could be cylinders too. Yeah, that's a good call. It gives me flashbacks of Tarkov vertical audio because Tarkov vertical audio is awful. Or sorry, it is awful. I imagine. I don't think we have variants for Gunhead yet. It would be cool to see his variants eventually. Alright, they're not aggro. Let's not fight them right now. Yeah. I do know they were talking about like trophies for characters, but like not full customization because they just don't have the bandwidth for that, which is perfectly fair. But it would be cool for stuff like that. I imagine too, like, I don't know. I could definitely see the case where if like they were going to include something like mod worthy pretty early, the ability to add like custom skins to your character. All right. Wait, why are you showing me this? I wonder if it's because he's supposed to be glitchy. All right. I need to hack into this. What is that sound behind me? What am I hearing? It sounds dangerous. Is it a mech? Oh, it's not a defend. What does that sound? Sounds like a freaking chain gun. Is there a medium mech down there? Oh, there's a medium mech down there. I haven't seen one over here before. I was kind of hoping this would be like a defend mission for hacking. That's unfortunate. Like defending the terminal room here from reinforcements would be epic. It's like got that kind of like defense vibe to it, right? We have this path over here. We have a path over there. We have windows that like drones could shoot you through. Or like say for example also like when you hack it, all the shutters open so drones can shoot even better. Or like for example too, like if the elevators downstairs are gonna like raise troops up. There's so many cool different things you could do for this mission. It could be dynamic too, right? It could add different aspects. I know they like a big thing for them is they want replayability and like, you know, different variations. So like sometimes we could do that perhaps and not have anything, but sometimes it could bring a whole like the whole world down on you. Right, time to leave some frozen swamp. We're gonna go over to the hive there, the tree hive. Yeah. I don't think there's a good way of getting out of here, right? You just have to use the staircase or the elevator. Where's my parachutes? That's perfectly fair too. Yeah, Europa will really want to stop you. It would be cool too, for example, if like, imagine a mission here too where this has air defenses. So imagine if you like your goal was to come in here and shut down the air defenses via the terminal, and when you did that, like reinforcements would show up for like Eurasia or Europa, or sorry, Eurasia or Eureka over here via helicopter. Then you have to be like, oh shit, like I need to leave now because they're not gonna know I'm friendly. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice type of big. Hello? System error. Yeah, if I move a little bit, they start hearing me. That was one step. No, I do, yeah. Ow. Alright, I need to leave. No, yeah, I really do enjoy the map so far. The aesthetic is here. It's got the right size, too. Like, this is the appropriate size for a map. I don't mind smaller maps, but, like, I don't mind Scrapyard Nexus. I think it needs a little more depth to it, but, like, I like this size of a map. I think the POIs are a bit underutilized right now, but that's because we didn't have quests yet, and the quests already make these places feel better. Yeah, Cemetery just has the gimmick still. That's the downside. Cemetery is a small map, and B, it has a gimmick that gets pretty stale pretty quickly. Like, the aesthetic of that map is really cool. It's just that when you play it for like the 10th or 20th time, you're like, okay, time to deal with the dog. And the problem is too, for example, is the map is relatively so small that like, if the dog wasn't there, it would still have the issues of just being a very, very small map with really only like one POI, right? Like, it's just a bunch of connecting corridors and the atrium. And it's visibly appealing, right? But it just, yeah. Scrapyard Nexus is like as small as that map. But Scrapyard has the benefit of, it's like, you have to like move so slowly and move like, and you often end up in gunfights, making things even slower. Yeah, they already heard me. Yeah, definitely feels like the big thing for Gunhead is just realizing that you are just insanely loud. And I think that's a big thing too, is like, it probably threw me off at first. It's not like, once you get them investigating with Gunhead, you basically just have to get ready for a fight. Because once they're heading over to you, there's no way you could basically clear the aggro, right? Because if you start moving, they just hear you more. So like, when you see an investigation symbol on their head, you just have to get in a spot for a gunfight immediately and gun them down. So unlike some characters where you can like see the investigation symbol and get away, Gunhead, when they investigate, you have to fight. So just get into cover and just start holding mouse 1. I am curious too if we can get to the point where we can kind of like head glitch a bit, so we can, where we can only expose our head. Are they path to me? Can't shoot them though. Oh, 100%. Yeah, more like fire support for the team. I do like the tension he brings back to the game though, in some capacity, in regards to like, there's a lot more tension now in the game because you can't heal. Thank you for lining up. Yeah, I like it so far, Zombie. I like the new map. I like the tension Gunhead brings. So the weird thing about the aggro too, at least for Gunhead, I think one of the big aspects too is Gunhead. So Gunhead, I haven't tested out his like walking or running distance yet, but Gunhead, when crouch like walking, aggro's out to 12 meters, and because when they investigate they get closer to you, there's like no way of clearing the aggro once they're investigating with Gunhead. So when you have a Gunhead in your squad, or when you are playing Gunhead, you just basically have to assume if they start investigating your area, you're going to have to fight immediately. I haven't tried. I don't think you do cat cam, but maybe. Is it an HK? Oh, it is. Yeah, you know, he pulls the fights real bad. Yeah, exactly. There's no way of like clearing out fights with Gunhead, or like scurrying away from fights as Gunhead. And that might be the issue too. Is the fact is like I'll have to try it on different characters too. They might have nerfed stealth a bit.
He should be Commander, Lordos. Yeah, you need to have cigarettes.
But if you talk to him, he should like go up and talk to him. It said, like, say Lordos and like eat a talk or something like that, or eat a trade. And if you talk to him, you start giving up quests, and they're just quests to give cigarettes for lore.
The tree has bugs on it.
Yeah, definitely seems to be the case, or at least like Gunhead's not inherently stealthy. They might have added stealth indicators to all characters now. Like different characters have different levels of stealth now, so it might just be like warranting playing around a bit. We lived.
Objective secured.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy like the factor of Gunhead where it's like a bit more tense and a little bit more strategic too. It's not like other characters where you're rewarded for playing strategic. Gunhead kind of makes you play strategic. Gunhead for YouTube top boxing. Alright. Did we get prestige? That's nice. Quests. I like the Clear Skies quest so far. That was kind of cool because they're hit markers. Data waves, I hope. It's called data waves too. Like, I feel like the quest is half implemented right now, which is perfectly fair. Like, data waves of enemies, they come try to kill you for transmitting data. Please and thank you. Yeah, but Lordos over here. Yeah, I need more cigarettes, well, naturally. But you talk to him, you give him cigarettes, he's happy, you start talking to him. How many do I have? 8. We got one more that run. Oh boy. The cigarette fiend. Alright, are there any more quests for that map? Okay, there we have Clear Skies. And data waves. Against one's camp. The Water Thief Sniper. I wonder what gun he has. Data waves. So far we've seen 3 quests, new quests for this game or map. Yeah, we have Swamp Probing, which we can pick that up, I guess. I imagine he hits are manufactured heist. Find the weapon schematics. Scavenge blueprints for advanced firearms and over and over the Eastern Titan Rack. Okay, Titan Rack, okay. You got it. So I'll probably want to start Titan Wreck. We'll go Titan Wreck, we'll go around to the camp and kill the sniper, and then head out. Yeah, it's interesting how, like, things can be in proximity, and, like, that giant fracking tower is controlled by Europa, right? And the water scav camp isn't that far away, and they don't interact, it seems like, at all, or mostly at all. It seems that, like, as long as Europa doesn't get fucked with at its fracking station, doesn't care who's nearby. Which is nice, because the Vepr is actually really cool. Alright, so there's gonna be a sniper, apparently. Let's make sure I can snipe the sniper. This might be a quest, actually. We're gonna go off Gunhead for right now. This is a quest that I feel like it's gonna be a little bit dangerous. So, in the crawler that we need to go into, the Titan that we need to go into, there can be a bunch of infantry. Wait. Oh, it's training. I get training first. Character. No. That's fine. I wonder what the unsilenced SVD sounds like, actually. Let's bring the unsilenced SVD. Where are you at? Yeah. Customize. Muzzle device. It's a big-ass muzzle device for for this. Let's go to a 4 times. They had the sound effects on the other one, so I'm curious what this one sounds like. We don't have a lot of 7.62 left. Oh, we have enough. We'll just bring more 54R. That's plenty of ammo. 5 medkits, and we'll get a few small ones too. Regions, Frozen Swamp, and we'll be doing Titan Wreck for that quest. So the plan is Titan Wreck, then go around the injection well and scavenger camp. I like injection. I like the thought of injection, right? Because it gives you this cool concept of starting in the middle and having to go out. Yeah, none of the guns were really touched up at all. It's just some new SFX for a few of the guns, and that's really about it. Maybe we'll see like a big overhaul of all the guns at one point, but we'll see. But yeah, Titan Wreck, we'll go around to scavenger camp. I've done injection well a few times. It makes the start difficult, but it is interesting too. All right. If the Data Waves quest is like really, it'd be interesting, right? So like the site, the spawn point for injection well, gives you, is you can get it from having high Europa rep. It'd be cool to betray Europa like that, right? And like you betray Europa, you get injected in, like you basically sneak into their facility from their own aid, and then you like sabotage the facility.
I hate the surface.
It might be on par with Mesa in regards to size, or Alpha Mausoleum in regards to size. It just uses the size a bit better, I feel like. Mesa has a lot of dead spots, and then this map has, and Mausoleum has a lot of dead spots too. Oh. I feel like we don't have Silence SFX yet for the SVD, and that's what we're hearing. We need to bring a Silence one back in too. Tree. So terrifying. Also, the new cube. That's fair, Commander. Yeah, I get that kind of vibe to it too. Probably, I imagine Max Scav Girl probably feels pretty good now. If you get to 50 Scav Girl, her weakness of having low HP is basically eliminated at that point, and then you still have access to her speed. Yeah, Poison Swamp vibes. Yeah, the cube. I like that conspiracy theory zombie. The cubes on Trench are gone, and now enemies hurt you more. The cubes were protecting us. Is that a fucking exo inside? You're not making this easy. Europans, give it up. It's overgrown and crashed and destroyed. You can write off the loss, man. But yeah, it would be cool to like coming to stuff like this and like salvaging off parts. I mean, they could be here for salvaging too. It would make sense, right? If you had, we don't have the units for like night shift Europans yet, but I imagine they might have like scavenge teams or salvage teams. And it'd be cool to see like, it'd be really cool for like seeing NPCs coming over here and like welding the chip apart or scrapping parts from it, repurposing them. Especially like the special stuff up here, like the comms arrays and stuff like that, and the antennae. I didn't bring any drills. That's unfortunate. Totally forgot. We shouldn't need them here, but other containers. I like Gunhead. It's just a very different, and it's a very hard character outside squads. Like, I like the aesthetic of Gunhead. I like how he has literally access to everything gun related and all the rigs. It's just that the inability to heal just means you have to be You cannot be as aggressive as you would want to be with a character like that. It is so dark. Yeah, it's like, by the way, I want to say, it's not just YouTube compression on blacks. This is actually pitch black for me right now. There is nothing on the screen except for the HUD. I cannot see a damn thing. And now I can. Like, that is actually like pitch blackness, nothing. Now here it's just, a little bit we can see. So there's a few containers, I think only on this map so far. No. That you can open with those drills. So the perks of Gunhead over Big Man. Gunhead is faster than Big Man. Gunhead also has a lot more HP starting out than Big Man. Not too much more, but a decent amount more. And you have a head for a turret, so you get extra gun. You get more gun than Bagman. Like, technically, like, the way I see Gunhead is he's supposed to be fire support for squads. He's not supposed to be a frontliner. And the problem is like, when you're playing solo, he feels like you want to play him as a frontline character. It's just not the case. But, like, don't get me wrong, too. When they first announced that Gunhead's not going to have the ability to heal, I kind of felt the same way in regards to, like, oh, hey, yeah, this is probably not going to be received well for a lot of players because of a few things. I think the main thing I'm still unsure if his inability to heal is a good thing or not. I'm still torn, but at the same time, it kind of highlights how insanely strong healing is for all of the other characters, because it really is just like every advanced medkit is 800 healing, right, if I remember correctly. So when you have Scav Girl with 2 advanced medkits, you basically have more effective HP than a starter Gunhead, right? Yeah, I think it's fine for now. I think the big thing with Gunhead is he's probably gonna be the first implementation of characters having armor. And it might be an instance where you can repair his armor but not his HP. Okay. Where would this be? I think it's probably on the ground somewhere. Way down the hangar too. But like, if there's armor eventually in the game for characters and for maybe for Gunhead, the way it could be very weird. Maybe it could basically be where, you know, you take some damage, you repair your armor, but you can't repair your systems. Like, for example, there makes you feel like it was maybe sound that did it or something weird. Yeah, essentially a way of like nerfing chip damage, because like right now the problem is a lot with Gunhead is you kind of just get whittled down, right? Especially from drone. That's why drones are kill on sight now as Gunhead. Because if you don't kill them immediately, if they chip you at all, it's devastating and they wear you down. So stuff like that, for example, where just armor to mitigate chip damage and then you can repair it at a cost in raid. Like, say for example, oh, there it is. Yeah, weapon schematics up here. Where are you? Oh, we need to find 3 of them. There's more than one. Okay. We know what they look like now. But yeah, like having the ability to like not have infinite healing, but some healing. Oh no, yeah, advanced medkits are just like that strong, right? Where you can just face tank It's why as other characters, for example, I almost like never feel the need to utilize cover, because you can just face tank so many rounds as them. Wait, what am I saying? Oh, there they are. Oh, it's just really hard to see. Okay, it was on the ground. Just gotta keep our eyes out. It is very hard to see those. They're very flat too, it looks like, so they blend into the ground very well. But yeah, advanced medkits are just very... Healing in the game is very strong. I kind of felt like, too, there should be... in Malter, almost a pool of... I'm not sure if this would be, like, great or not, but I cannot stress this enough. The tension that having limited healing brings back to the game, and these tense moments it creates, you will never escape the pop-in. You will never escape the pop-in. Swim. Is a lot, right? Like playing Gunhead when you're low HP feels very tense, and you feel like this like very nice reward when you manage to actually like play stealthy and escape with Gunhead when you're low HP. And it's kind of absent from all the characters now because it's all the meds you bring. So it would kind of be interesting if when you took damage there was only a portion of it you could heal back, and it would be pretty good, right? Like it would be like 90-95%. Like it shouldn't be very harsh until you start taking a lot of fights in raid. So like if you keep fighting over and over again, you keep taking damage, you eventually do get whittled down. All right, maybe it's over here too. It could be over here. I really don't want to go down in the main atrium. I feel like I would have to kill the mech for that. I don't like the idea of having to do that. Yeah, like, so basically just attrition, right? Also a way to incentivize this massive combat. I didn't play Dragon's Dogma 2, but if it has a system like that, then yeah. Like, kind of like a... If you're out on an expedition or a raid, right? There we go, perfect. So one here. There you go. Alright, so for this quest, there's one over here, one on the left side, then one on the right side. That's good. But yeah, just not definitive healing. Alright, we need to go around to the shitty town over there. And I noticed too, by the way, also, people are still very not enamored with the water system. And I do tend to agree with them somewhat in regards to, like, it just... There's no way you can kind of phrase it if you get wiped when you have zero water. People are just going to inherently hate it when it's a time down, right? When you are not playing at times down. I think the biggest thing they probably need to do is tie water into raids, or rather every time you go to a raid, it's a day. Which makes sense, right? When you're traveling to and from a place like this, it probably takes a day to get here. Or like it's traveling here half the day, doing the thing in raid for like 20-30 minutes, and then leaving half the day to get back. So maybe every raid you go to is a day, and that's the way you do water, as opposed to having it tick down outside of raid. And now the only problem with that, I will say, is like, how do you create the pressure of water when you get that much water every raid, potentially? It's like, basically, when you get low on water, right, how do you create situations where you have water scavs and stuff like that? And I'm not sure yet, but like, I do think that it needs to approach the way water does, to be a currency, and also probably to be a way of just like, you need water to go out into raids. Hello. I'm gonna hurry up a little bit. Yeah, I think water should be multifaceted too, but yeah, I think the biggest thing is it just... I know a lot of them are being kind of overly dramatic about it, 100%. I think they are. I think both sides are being overly dramatic about it. Like some sides are like, you know, it's really easy to get water. Some sides are like, you know, it shouldn't be. It feels weird for it to be a countdown when I'm not playing the game. And both are right. Hello, please don't murder me. They're, you know, taking their points to the extremes, but water is easy to get, which I think is an issue, and then water shouldn't be a countdown, which is also an issue. Yeah, but like, their point is that you only get that when you've played the game a ton. Or like when you already have max water. Like the unlock for those water bots is like 95. The biggest tier of them is like 95 water, and then like 600k credits. Yeah. I don't think it's a big issue, but I definitely understand. Holy shit. I definitely understand. This is why we brought Not Gunhead. That it just the concept of telling a player who's much more casual that, hey, if you don't play this game, you're gonna get your account wiped eventually. It moves off-putting to them. All right, if I was a water sniper, where would I be? Trade resource, or just like you could make water the central currency and central resource for a lot of different things, and probably have it play a bit better. Like if you traded for water, you used water, like say for example, like, and that could be a thing too. Say for example, all right, we'll do this back at the main menu when I get out of here. So I kind of want to go over different facts about it too. If you make water the central currency in the game, you make, that's probably the sniper up there. You make it pretty important as a resource, and you make bringing it out, and like you make it the most valuable resource to bring out into raid, right? That's a 36M, friend. Sir, no. No? Sir? Sir? No? Wait, what? You are too wide. Hello, sir. Can I interest you in a timeshare? I don't think he can path out of here. Or maybe he has orders to defend only this spot. Hello. 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 Ah, okay, I'm sorry. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, the good old two-tap. Bobby, I don't disagree. All right. Oh, we didn't get our quest. Like we didn't bring it out. Oh well. All right. Okay. So in regards to water, I did mention before how it could be a balancing act, but like the biggest thing I think they could probably do for water is untie it from your computer's clock. And what they could possibly do, it was a 2-tap. Yeah, it was a 36M. It does, I think, 1100 per shot. And the biggest thing is that because it hits the stagger threshold, and we were so close, we got staggered from the first shot. And because of basically how close we were, when we got out of our stagger, it fired again and instantly killed us. Yeah, no, yeah. So Payback, the guy for Payback, the sniper, Goldbrick for Payback, does the same exact thing. If you're close enough, he taps you because he has a 36M. The new player guide is still mostly relevant. The biggest thing is just, there's an amendum basically in the top comment of that new player's guide, where it is a bit different now. You cannot repair destroyed guns at all. And I was playing with my friend last night, who's newer to the game, and they did change the reordering of this intro quests. So the intro quests are a bit different now, but the big quest is still there, where you need to get 3 drobe parts eventually, and that's the big part. So it's mostly relevant. It's not so out of date that I would probably turn it off. It's mostly relevant still. You can. So Memento Part 3 should give it. I believe Memento Part 3 is from Europa. Where are you? Hopefully I didn't lose all of mine. I am pretty cavalier with them sometimes. There you go, yeah, 36M. I still have 4 left, okay. It says 1,000, unless they change things, it should be 2K still. But yeah, it's very, very beefy. Now, the downside of the 36M, when you use it in raid, it like, after like a shot or two, you get HKs on you. So you bring big gun, but you immediately attract attention with it. So just keep that in mind. All right, but yeah, so going back to water, it would be interesting if like so 2 different factors, right? When you do a raid, it would automatically cost you some amount of water to go do a raid. So say, for example, if I wanted to go over to Scorched Enclave, it might be 2 water. If I wanted to do Mesa, it might be 1 water. If I wanted to do Underground Cemetery, it might be 3 water. So on and so forth. You balance maps from like water inputs to get to there, right? And it wouldn't be too high. Like, don't make it very, very heavy to go to the maps you want to go to with water. But it should be a drain in some capacity, right? But then I like the idea too of like every day, because whenever you go on a raid, it's you being away for a day. When you come back, a day's water has been consumed. And that day's worth of water is variable back depending on what you have in your innards, right? So there's this balancing act of, oh, I can bring Grillo in, or Aramaki in, or other characters in to my innards. But the downside is they drain water because they use water. So every day when I go out into a raid, I have to compensate with, oh no, like I have all of the vendors now, which means I have to actually make sure I prioritize bringing water back to my innards, or I might get drained too much. And then upgrades like water bots would help you out with that, right? In regards to like every 2 or 3 raids, they bring water back too. So the water bots might be an essential way of expanding your innards to have extra water for more traders. And you could do balancing acts too, right? In the sense of like, say for example, you could have a quest to go get a trader, or go like offer a trader water to stay in your base, stuff like that. But yeah, I think the biggest thing they need to do is unattach this system from your computer's clock, because that's the biggest quirk people don't like right now. And I do tend to agree with them, right? It doesn't feel like a good system. But I think the biggest way you do that is, you know, just treat every single day you go out as, every day you say you go out as a regular raid, or a day's worth of raid. So if I go to Mesa, it's a day. If I go to Micro Entrance, it's a day, so on and so forth. Might take more water, less water. And then the big thing too, it might make night shift maps important, right? So say for example, you have your days and nights during the day. So say for example, you could potentially do 2 runs in a day if you would want to. It's like, say for example, you're getting really low on water and you really, really need to get enough water to support your base, or you're like negative water. What you could do is actually have up to 2 raids in a day, you have your day shift raid and you have your night shift raid. And your night shift raid naturally being cursed, right? Because you have to deal with the cyborg, the night shift unit, and so on and so forth. So it kind of makes those night shift maps high risk, high reward in the sense of, I really need water. Let's go to this night shift map. It's unfortunate, but I really need water to support my innards. And naturally, right, if you go into a raid and you die, say for example, if we go into a raid and you die, you still lose that day's water, right, from your base. So say for example, your base currently uses like 2 water a day from your current traders. You go out into a raid and you die, you lose that water that you brought to get you to that map, and you also lose the water for that day to support your innards, right? So it's kind of a way to like say, oh yeah, if you die so many times, it's gonna hurt you. All right, let's run it back and hopefully not get murked by the sniper. How much do I have left? I could try bringing cryo ammo. I wonder, I know, someone was posting it that was bugged. Anything good? I basically, nothing new was released really. The new map is really cool. The new quests. So we're doing a few of the new quests now on the new map. The concepts around these quests are pretty cool. So one of them, we like basically jam a bunch of drone trees. And then for another one, we go basically hack into a Europa server. All cool stuff like that. I think they're work in progress quests for sure, but the baseline seems cool so far. That's probably enough for now. We don't need to bring much. It's also insanely heavy. That'd be cool too. Like soft rigs. All right, so that could be a factor too, zombie. Like it'd be like a stealthier rig. Oh, for sure, yeah. A lot of their, yeah, you can definitely kind of see the templating they've done for a lot of these areas. Like they're not fully fleshed out yet, but they're like the base concepts, like the prototypes for these systems. That's right, we're doing AK. I guess that's the thing too, right? Because we start with 100 rounds on the AK, the first mag isn't going to be cryo. I guess that makes sense to me, right? I wonder if that's exactly how it works. Like, you're still cursed, right? Yeah, you're still cursed. Very much still cursed. You're probably wondering, why can't you buy stuff? Don't worry about it. We'll start scavenger camp. We'll go over to here to get to the wreck, and then we'll leave. We'll start with the sniper first. Yeah, I didn't know they were talking about like rig items, like armor slots and stuff like that too. It would be cool, like, if they fully flesh out the rig system a bit more, and like, it'd be cool if your top left and top right rig slots, if you had access to them, were actually like attachment points too for like weapons and stuff, like possibly.
I hate the surface.
Like, for example, we can see that we have the biggest rig right now, the pack mule, and like those top right and top left slots could definitely probably be modified a bit to like carry things like sensors or gears or other things like that. Imagine if we actually had like a jammer we could do, right? Like if we had like a jammer module that we could actually put on our rig and have it like move around, it would like basically destroy drones or block, it would like force drones away from our area. I don't think so. I know that like anecdotally, for some reason, like Ashen Mesa looks visibly more clear to me, but that's just graphics and not necessarily anything else. Yeah, Iridium. All right, so the sniper should be, I believe, up there. I don't see it spawn yet. Like crows. Yeah. It would be cool to eventually see soft rigs, though, and have trade-offs for both. That's fair. Yeah, I know the Gunhead 2 is like their first implementation of having active abilities too. And it works decently well. Alright, I'm assuming he's still up there, probably just didn't spawn yet. So much blood farming here. There he is. All right, this time no playing around, just quick murder. There. We're good. So scary. Yeah, anything good? Just 50 cal. Sir, that's a 20 millimeter there, sir. Oh man, if they actually introduce wall banging, I'd be so scared. You can definitely see it being the case. Oh, they're upset. Being the case too. I am getting the sense that they are hearing me regardless of height. That or me killing their friend up here pissed them off, which is also fair. All right, now we're over to cryo ammo. Yeah, I'll do like more testing to see if it actually is how it's acting. I'm hoping that it can be a sphere eventually, because a lot of the maps have a lot of verticality. I don't want to see ruined by that. Also, I noticed this was over here earlier, but I didn't actually come over here yet. Come down. Like, this gives me vibes, by the way, too. It gives me vibes that this area floods, right? Like, imagine a version of this map where the map's actually, like, heavily flooded. And how terrifying that would be. I didn't bring jump. I'm very sad. Should have brought jump. It would be very cool to actually see, like, I imagine the ocean is still there, but probably receded a bit from evaporation or like nuclear winter, or sorry, nukes. It would be very cool to see like a very long, like, open area, like beach, or like what was once the beach. You can maybe see like two, for example, like massive Eurasian or Eurasian vehicles that were used to invade the city at the very start of the war. Not even that zombie too, just all the water creatures they could have. Just probably like one or two considering it's a niche map, but like the water crocs. Sorry, robo crocs. Robo otters. That's a great question. I guess the question is, can you crush yourself onto the lift? Alright, we need to go over to the crawler over there. Weaponized whales, yeah. Cyber whales. That would actually kind of... Wait, hold on. That actually makes sense. Because, you know, cyber whales are bigs, right? So, like, we have bombers for Eurasia that drop cyborgs onto the, onto just, like, airdrop cyborgs onto the ground. Then you have, cyborg whales that just have a bunch of cyborgs inside of them, and they just beach themselves and just, like, let all of the cyborgs out of their mouth. Imagine that would be so fucking cool. Like, imagine, like, you're on a beachhead, you see a bunch of whales beach themselves, open their mouths, and they just start spewing out cyborgs. It's like the AI trying to understand why we, like, the AI is, like, making, like, amphibious design vehicles. Are like, why do whales beach themselves? Well, obviously for amphibious landings. It definitely seems to be the case that there is a lot more sensitivity in regards to sneaking around. We can probably do some testing too on Nash and Mesa with the spawn point and see exactly how sensitive they are now to sound. I know for example Gunhead is 12 meters crouching, but I'm curious other characters too also make sounds at a certain distance. Hey Pixel, how's it going? I have never seen a grabber here. That's terrifying. Is there anything else over here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, is it bunker? Is that a bunker over there? It's got the same symbols, right? Is this an entry point? Might be. Maybe just an extract, potentially? This is probably just an extract entrance. Looks like one. Why? Because you have to see in the dark. Where we're going is going to be very dark. I don't think the AI currently has a logic for that. I don't think they react to sunlight, or sorry, the light beams from flashlights yet. Yeah, it makes me... Pixel, all it does is make me like wish Mech Trench was more like it, right? In regards to verticality. But yeah, some of the areas at sea are pitch black, so we kind of need a flashlight. Is that new sound effects?
The grabber over there? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You could definitely one-shot me right now. Yeah, let's get by the grabber before he murders me. Is he sync killing? Oh, he's sync killing the Europans too now. Oh shit. He's evolving. I know they said they had gamepad support. They did. They had some patch notes earlier today, or sorry for this big patch. Okay, I didn't know you can get killed by the water on this map. I didn't know it went deep enough. Okay, so that's good to know. When you start taking damage from water, it means that you're probably getting toward a boundary where it might instantly kill you. Got it. No, you're fine. I was continuing forward regardless of what you said. I was genuinely... I haven't seen an instant death spot in this map before. So, quite interesting. The more you know. Third time's the charm. Rip all of our cryo ammo, by the way. All right, we're gonna start, I think, at Titan, head that back down that way. Like I said, I haven't seen a massive performance improvement, but like I'm such a niche case in my setup that I don't think it's very indicative. It's hard to say. Yeah, Pixel, the damage takes are very minimal, for sure. I also didn't experience that there was deep enough water to instantly kill you, so... The more you know. Alright. Fog, yeah, Fog would be really cool. How does it... Yeah, what do you think? Does it play better now? I said, like, the only thing... It does seem to play better now. The only thing that's hasn't like make me hesitate a little bit on that is that the AI system's a bit weird now. And I think it might have to do with the reduced sound profile or the improved sound profile of your footsteps and like the sensitivity of enemies in regards to that. It seems they react much more aggressive now to sounds. It also seems too that like they will just fully aggro off. So it seemed like before in the previous patch, they could never fully aggro off sound. They had to eventually get visual sight on you before they could aggro. It seems like now they can actually fully aggro off sound without visual contact. Like, for example, just earlier when we were killing the sniper scav, or the water sniper, those guys aggroed below us without seeing us, so they fully aggroed just off sound alone.
I hate the surface.
True. I looked at the game files too. I didn't like go too crazy in the game files, but I did look around a bit. There's also a bunch of floating guns too. In the innards, there's a bunch of floating guns that currently aren't used in game. I am curious too if the exo always spawns in here too now with this quest. Sci-fi pistol? I believe it. I think they said they were working on custom guns. Sci-fi pistol. What kind of sci-fi pistol? Is it just a Magnum from Halo? Which would be pretty dope, right? Because that thing's insane. The Halo 1 pistol, guys, not Halo 2 or 3. Halo 1 Magnum. The thing you could do the entire game with. Is there an Exo in here again? Nope. Just a squad of Europans. Sure. They really not aggro for me shooting the guy multiple times? What is going on here right now? Usually when you hit a squad, they immediately aggro. It could just be that they're fighting the other squad right now. This feels weird. There they go. I wonder... Okay, I kind of wonder... So it seems like what's happening... Yeah. So the red diamond... Okay, so it's... What it seems like is currently... Those units act as squads. And, the squad... The individual units don't target, the squad targets, right? The squad will engage an enemy squad. And they won't break from that... unit that they're fighting, right? So for example, they were fighting a cyborg squad, so they weren't moving their priority over to us, but they weren't showing us that we were an active target after that. So essentially it seems like they're focusing on other combatants first, but that doesn't mean they haven't forgotten about us, right? Or that we're not aggro to them. It's just that it's not visible over the diamond. The diamond only shows when they're targeting you, not when they're aggro to you. So essentially, you cannot tell when they're aggroed, only when they're targeting you. And most instances, that will be the case where they're aggroed to you and they're targeting you. But when they're fighting another squad, that's actually not the case. And that's probably a lot of the confusion going on earlier in the last stream, is that it always felt in the previous patch that the red diamond would mean that they're aggroed to you and targeting you. Or at least aggro to you. But now it seems to be only indicative that they're targeting you, not aggro to you. It does make sense. I don't have Discord open on this computer. Hold on. It does make sense that... I mean, it makes sense. The problem is it's just a bit... I think it's a bit convoluted, right? And it might be for performance too. In the sense of, hold on, it might be for performance. I'm thinking of, because like if you have the squad, it's much easier to have a 6 units act as under one AI than have 6 individual units acting with their own AI and control. Oh, don't worry, I'm not a big fan of the UI either, to be honest. Like, it's serviceable, but it's not fantastic in my opinion. Yeah, it's very weird. And the problem is with the squad system right now for the AI, if that's the capacity, is like, it feels very weird how they'll just go... It feels inorganic is what I'll say. There was one over here. I can't remember. I think it was over here originally, but it might move. Might not. It might be different spots, really. Yeah, essentially, they move like a school. They move and operate like a school of fish. Is a good way of putting it. Maybe that's the thing too. Maybe it's not. That could be if that's the case, we're not currently having that in game when you're a solo player. I know that's the case, for example, when you're in a squad, when your teammates fight something but you're not, you can see the exclamation point is that way, like you're aggro but you're not the one being targeted. Where's this one? There we go. Uno mas. So maybe that's like the thing too. They need to add the exclamation point back to indicate that if they're gonna keep the current like notification system, right, add the exclamation point back to when they're aggro to you but not targeting, and then the diamond means they're targeting and also aggroed. That would be like the visual indicator that would actually like help alleviate probably a lot of the aggro concerns. Because like thinking back to like yesterday's stream, there was probably a lot of instances where they were aggroed onto me, but it wasn't clear because they were targeting something else. No, I do agree, Leo. Like I'm curious if they're doing like a massive overhaul for like the camera or like ADS or something like that, because considering we haven't seen updates at all yet, because the things are just misaligned. I found it over here originally this last run. Where are these schematics at? Maybe they're down below in the main atrium. I'm not gonna lie, the schematics being like having no depth makes them very hard to find. Where are you, schematics? Maybe they're down here, though. I should have brought attack cam. Note to self, future self, bring attack cam for this. Well, we can't have that. I don't feel like it would be out here, though. This is a little bit too far out. I feel like it would be damage at this point. But no, it's right here. Hey! Alright, we got the 3. Alright, time to escape. Hey Zombie, how did you send it? Send it to my Discord, or how did you send it? Oh, there we go. I see it now. I see it now. Is it a bit mismatched? I don't know why it'd be delayed. So, like, okay, I'm shooting now. Now. Shouldn't be delayed. How much is it delayed? That's weird. No job frames. Huh. Let me... Give me 1 second here. Yeah. Definitely, that was noticeable though, for sure. That's so weird. Let me... see if I can't fix it. Interesting. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I wonder if it's fucked for that too. It probably shouldn't be. All right, hold on. Quick restart.